Okay, what I'm doing is I'm spray painting this. This is just a quick guide on how to spray paint. Okay, what I've done is I'll put the fan up. I'm using the Vilbus Pro Light. Right, it's a Pro Light. It's a good gun. Nothing wrong with it. This is the system that I use. What you do when you want to spray something is you full atomization for best result. Right. Now, I'll show you some where you go wrong. Okay. Right, my pressure is pretty high because I've got it high. Because now, what happens is, here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray one and show you when I'm close what happens. See that? Alright? Now I'm going to show you what happens when I'm far. Can you see the difference? The metallic, if you thin it out and you move far away, the metallic goes to the top and it becomes a darker color. Now, if I decide to make it less thinners and get closer, it becomes darker. But generally, you can see the difference between. Can you see that that's lighter than that? And that's why you have to stay the same distance. See what? The same distance. So that if you close far, you're going to get streaking. Right? So it's important to keep the same distance. Okay, here I am. I'm painting this guard over here. Let me just move this to where. Right? This is what they don't tell you on most of these shows. Right? Because they don't tell you this. You've got to keep the same distance. If you don't keep the same distance, you're going to stuff up. Let me just raise this a bit. Right? You're going to stuff up. If I get close and far, I'm going to get streaks. Now what do I do here now? My first coat's always going to be a dust coat. I'll put this back on. Here we go, I'll do my first dust coat. You're going to have to give the paint something to bite on. Now, watch what I spray. I go over, past. Give that about 5 minutes to, well, it doesn't dry, it's just a chemical reaction in the paint. So I don't get any runs. Now, per guard like this, I've mixed 150 grams. A door is 160, a roof is 250. Everything has its volume of paint. There's no wastage, you understand? You don't waste paint, you know everything, what it has and what it needs. Now I can come and touch here and see that the paint is still wet. I can't touch it. I have to wait. Always find somewhere in the paint still wet. This is what you call the flash time. The flash time is the time the paint takes to, well, harden. All the chemical reactions taking place. Although a flat color doesn't have any hardener, I just have to wait. starting to harden. See, no one's going to see that area there. Now, what I do is I'll give it, I can you see the shine? Now when you look at your paint, look at it sideways. If you see clear, shiny, it means you haven't got enough thinners. Read your paint. Sort of just flashing. I gotta make sure so I don't get any run. This is just a dust coat. For some reason the paint isn't drying quick enough today, but no worries. Okay, then again I'll begin. Make sure you get all the corners. Now past the area. Again, from here I'll come from underneath. So right across there. Make sure I've got every spot. Now, what I'm going to do is go sideways. Again, your hand has to be perfectly put. See how you have it streaked? Alright? Leave this just to all the chemicals to get through, and you can see over here. What happened here is instead of having the gun perpendicular, I had it like that. Right, so you're going to get this. Now when you're painting, everything has to be perfectly 90. If you do this, you're going to get streaks like these two. But this is just the first coat, so I'm not too worried about it. You can see over here where I was perfectly perpendicular. Right? It's nice. The metallic is even. What I want to do is I'm going further away. I want the paint to be lighter, and I also want the paint for the clear, the metallic, to come to the surface. Sorry, I made a mistake there. So right now I will see if it's dry. Give it another minute. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give the chemical reaction a chance to settle. Now after you put your coats, I'll give it one more coat just to make it more even. I mixed too much. Again, if you're painting things like poles, just loosen this way. You're painting things like poles. Just go up, down. These are the horns. You can move them to adjust whatever you want. Silver's but that's a nice effect. I'll give it one more coat just to make sure these two streaks are gone. You can just barely see them. Still a little bit wet.
Look, look, put the horns right.
I like the results so far. I'm happy with that. But because I got a lot of paint, I'll give it one more coat. See, that's still wet. Always find somewhere you can touch on the car. Give it time to dry. Wait. Still no runs, but it's worked. I'll give it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here. I'm going to give this half an hour. The compressor's going. Okay, I'm going to give this about half an hour flash time, right, for it to settle. Well, to get that paint, all the chemical reactions going. So far it's not a bad job.